of friends, there is that one who always has the craziest stories. The one who is always doing the most outrageous things. The one who can always top your story. Not in the way those insecure, always wanting to be better than everyone else kinds of people do, but in the way that they are simply that dynamic. They always happen to find themselves in the craziest situation. Jewish child.
Aleah, but I made it really Jewy because I'm wearing a big Jewy hat.
Aleah is one of those people. The first time I heard about Aleah from my boyfriend, I simply couldn't believe the things he was telling me. She's a diamond dealer, he said. Seriously? That exists outside of spy movies?
A lot of people don't talk about it. First, I was supposed to tell people I had a fake job. I was telling people I was a 3-time surrogate mother or freelance chaperone or, make up a funny job or something there.
Seems dangerous. Seems exactly like you might think being a diamond dealer is like.
It is a little dangerous. There's gangs, Colombian gangs, and they look out for diamond dealers specifically.
Gangs?
When I go into a jewelry store, I just kind of dress like I'm shopping and not like I'm dealing. But I do, have slits in my shirts. And, you have like little compartments in your boots.
Well, if you do all of these secret things and live a life of what seems to be filled with clandestine intrigue, a normal day for you must be pretty outrageous, right?
Morning person, which is very scary for a lot of humanity. I'm like one of those perky, I wake up, but I open the window, birds land on my finger. It's a little Disney, mice knit me a sweater. 5:30, still dark, turn on NPR first thing in the morning. I'm not pissing off, I swear, that's what I do. It's the only thing it's the only station I get on my little radio, and that's all I need. And then I do almost nothing to get to work, I'm just basically sleep in my clothes. And I put on like 25 Christmas lights in order to bike in Chicago because I don't want to get hit. CTA, glow-in-the-dark vests, and, I look ridiculous, but I feel safe. I spend the first 2 or 3 hours, I write a blog, and it's very successful, and it's one of the reasons I've been able to be very successful in my job. I put in a lot of jokes and pictures, and I'll have a picture of like the queen that I Photoshop, some big bling on, and like a line under it would be like, what's the difference between a stud and a dud? About 3 carats. 9:30, the bosses come in and open the safe, and that's when the diamonds start flowing.
Okay, so Aleah is shaping up to be kind of an outrageous person, right? She's a fast-talking, diamond-dealing morning person. Let's hear from the man she plans to spend the rest of her life with.
My name's Robert Arundale. I go by RK Arundale. I am Aleah's fiancé. She's my fiancé.
Oh, congratulations on your engagement. I love weddings. What's the theme?
The wedding has a rough theme of the 1933 Chicago World's Fair, which ends up really becoming Aleah's idea of the 1933 World's Fair.
So, what exactly does that entail?
I posted an ad on Craigslist. So what is going to happen is one of them's going to dress up in a wedding dress, and then she's going to go down the aisle doing like flips, like back flips, and then when she gets to the front, there's a puff of smoke, and then I'm going to appear and switch out, and she's going to go back behind the curtain.
I want to be at that wedding. Okay, so the wedding sounds amazing. Maybe we can find out more from the person who introduced me to Aleah, and the man who also happens to be planning the wedding. And, full disclosure, this man and I are in a relationship.
My name's Greg.
What does Greg think of the wedding plans?
It's ridiculous, but really amazing.
Greg has known Aleah for a long time. Maybe he can give us some more details into her life.
She had dressed up as a twister, like rolled a sheet around her mouth with some cars and trees and cows and things on it, just to go out one night. It wasn't Halloween. It was in like February maybe.
And what about the first time you met her?
The first time we went out, Aleah was coming to pick us up at a Mexican restaurant. We were about to go out. My friend and I were eating burritos, and this girl walked in a full flamenco skirt with a hoop underneath it, walked through the middle of the restaurant eating out of a pint of ice cream. And I kind of looked to my friend and I was like, are you seeing this girl? And she goes, oh, that's Aleah.
Right. Well, let's take a step back. There are so many stories about Aleah that seem outrageous. One of the most amazing things about this woman is that though she is constantly moving and creating experiences, she also finds time to do something many of us just don't get around to doing.
I always like volunteering. It makes me feel awesome. You know, it's like even if you don't want to go, you go and then you're just like, oh my gosh, I feel so good. Right now I work with the blind community and they are awesome and they do so many things. You'd just be surprised at jet skiing and jumping out of planes and, you know, cooking and gardening and you name it. So whenever anyone else is like, oh, I can't do this, it's like, well, look at these blind people and they're doing it. So, you know, you can do it too, believe in yourself.
To recap, Aleah is a diamond dealer. She's having a wedding I'm certainly jealous of. She wears costumes any given day. She volunteers. There is one more story about Aleah that really tops the cake, at least for me. To set this up, Aleah loves going to the flea market. She goes almost every week, at least once.
One of the things I bought at the flea market was a human doll. And you can't sell it on eBay because they don't want people digging me up for body parts, so I actually put it on Craigslist. Well, I had somebody call me from Craigslist and say, we saw your human doll. We run this pawnbroker show, and we'd like you to bring on the human doll. And I say, well, you know, I actually just sold the human doll. However, I do have a polar bear ride.
You heard correctly, a polar bear rug. Another one of her flea market finds.
There was another time where I was at work and sitting in my office selling diamonds, and I had a phone call, and she's like, hey, R. Kelly wants to borrow your rug.
Yeah, that R. Kelly. The trapped in the closet R. Kelly.
We're trying to do the stage setup for his new tour. And his new tour, he wanted to come on stage for one of his songs and sit in a rocking chair. And I guess they looked at like 85 rocking chairs. So he had to have the perfect rocking chair. So they found the perfect rocking chair. And then R. Kelly's like, okay, next to me on the floor, I want there to be like a giant rug, like a brown bear rug. And I want it to be like 12 feet. So they got R. Kelly the biggest brown bear rug they could find. The thing is, brown doesn't show up on the dark stage. So one of the stage managers said, you know what we really need is a polar bear rug. However, it's not legal to bring polar bear rods into the United States. But the here is fine, but you can't import or buy them. Well, so the guy's like, well, where the heck are we going to get a polar bear rod? Well, this time one of my girlfriends is doing lighting, and she, you know, comes down and she's like, you know, my friend Aleah has a polar bear rug. So I lent him the rug.
Now, I've told people this story before, and every single time, people have the same question after they find out she did indeed let R. Kelly use the rug for his tour. The answer to that question,
She even dry cleaned it for me.
and that is what I consider to be the piece de resistance. One of the best aspects is that for Aleah, it's such an everyday thing. Of course she let R. Kelly a polar bear rug. Certainly there are a lot of parts to Aleah, and outrageous seeming as she is, there is one aspect of Aleah that is difficult to capture in a simple audio story. A quality that is universally mentioned by everyone who knows her. I will leave it to her fiancé to explain.
You know, I think that Aleah is such a confident person without being egotistical about it, and she's so personable that I am always amazed at how fast and how she can make conversation with people, and not only is she comfortable with it, but the people she's talking to really seem to become so comfortable talking to her.
This has been Jamie Smith